Hey guys, it's Brienne.
And I'm Dino, and we're at church. We're at IVCO. Welcome.
It's amazing to be back.
It really is exciting. So we are here to give you a little behind-the-scenes tour to let you know all the things the church is doing, the safety precautions, the disinfectant, all that stuff. Let you know what's going to be going on when the church decides to reopen. So let's get inside, get out of this heat, and take a look around. All right, so the lobby is going to have some quick changes, and Brienne is going to let you know about that.
So for instance, we're going to be spaced out more in here, so try to avoid hugging each other, but we're going to spread out a little in here, maintain social distancing, and I know how we all love our coffee and snacks when we come to church, but just for a season to decrease the germ spreading, we're going to bring our own coffee, so make sure you make a note of that.
I hear the mom coming out with you, the germ stuff. Speaking of which, in the bathrooms, there's going to be disinfectant spray. There's going to be wipes. Of course, you can go old school, soap and water, so a little bit of changes to the bathrooms. Also, you'll love to know that the church is being deep cleaned and disinfected twice a week. Okay, every room in every building before the service, even during and after the service ends, there's going to be deep clean and disinfecting going on. So let's take a look inside the sanctuary here.
Let's go.
You'll notice all the seating. It's going to be clustered, no matter who's in your party. If it's a party of 2, a party of 6, it's 6 feet apart. Obviously, we're following the CDC and social distancing guidelines set by the local governments.
So for example, I have a large family, so we would probably sit a place like this. There's 6 chairs. We have plenty of room from all the other spaces, lots of room to sit down and enjoy the service.
Absolutely. So we just want to encourage you, like my family personally, we're ready to come back to church. We want to meet corporately and worship and see everybody's beautiful faces. But not everybody's going through the same thing, but we all have a different perspective. There are some people that are ready to come back, but they're a little hesitant that they may want masks. Masks will be provided for services, like we said, other disinfectant, and PPE will be provided. And then there are some people that you're not ready to come back yet, and that is totally fine. It's your preference, it's your comfort level, it's your safety that is the most important thing for the church. And so the online services, those are going to be continuing to happening every single Sunday as well.
That's right. And for those of us who are maybe not as comfortable jumping back in immediately, that's fine. There's still online services. There are still small groups if you feel comfortable meeting with smaller groups and engaging our church. So
we've got some questions, and we're going to ask Pastor Miguel. Let's do it.
Let's go. Okay, so we were going to take a moment to ask you a few questions so you could clarify some more details for us. Is that all right?
That's perfect.
Okay, so our first question is, can you shed a little light on maybe who should consider coming or maybe if they should consider staying home? Just give us your thoughts on that.
Right. Thanks for the question. That's actually a really good question because as we're considering our reopening strategy, one of our phases or stages or steps, however you choose to look at it, is when do we begin to engage people and who we think should come and who we're asking if you're not really sure to stay home. Well, if you're in an at-risk category, in other words, you have some pre-existing condition, something that you know is a challenge, because I know several of us do, it's okay for you to stay home. We judge no one in this environment because we know it's really quite tenuous. We're just not sure. So if you're over 65 and if you don't feel like you can come, it's okay. We're going to provide an online service for you. If you're at risk, also you don't need to worry about coming. We're going to provide the service for you online so you're served whether you're here in person or you're at home.
Awesome.
All right, so this is a question I have personally gotten texts and calls about with the reopening, whatever day that may be with Sunday services. What does that mean for the status of children's and youth?
Okay, so that's another great question. We love our families, right? All of us are family people. We have kids, and so we want to do the best by them. And to do that and to keep it as safe as we possibly can at the beginning, in our first reentry phase as we open, we're not going to have children or youth services on a Sunday available. Parents can be with their kids. We have clustered seating around the auditorium so that you can sit as a family together. So if you feel comfortable bringing your children with you, absolutely bring them. If you don't feel comfortable and you as a couple want to come and leave your kids with your parents or something like this, absolutely okay, not a problem at all. We want them and you to know that we have your best interest in mind.
Great.
Terrific.
I also had a question about things like communion and offering, things that involve a lot of touching and passing and sharing materials. How might we address that in a way that's safe?
You guys have really great questions. It's kind of like you thought about this. So we're going to provide the best possible touchless service as we possibly can. So, like when you come into the door, you're not going to touch the door. Either we'll have someone open it for you, or it will already be opened. In the bathrooms, we're going to have kick jams where you can actually pull the door open with your foot. You don't even have to touch that. We're not going to pass out any buckets for offering, for communion. When you come in, there'll be a place where you can put an offering if you chose to do it, so no one has to touch it. You don't have, you just literally drop it in. For communion, we have these prepackaged communion cups, and they're going to be on a table so you can grab it and then
Great.
walk away. And as well as we're going to have some disinfecting stations around. And the day before a service, we're going to have the rooms disinfected. As you said, Dino, earlier, we're going to do as much as we can throughout the week so that the weekend experience will be as good as we possibly can make it.
Great.
So, and this is kind of a sign of the new normal. You'll see some stores mandating that you must have a mask before you enter. What is our plan as a church for masks on Sunday morning?
So we have two plans. One are for volunteers, and one are for guests, like everybody else who comes. If you're a volunteer at the church, in other words, you're serving in the parking lot, at the doors, ushering and helping people find their way around, you're going to be required to wear a mask. Much like when you go into Walmart or Target or one of the major stores, you see all the workers wearing masks.
Right.
And so it's going to be required for volunteers to wear masks. Again, we're doing this for you, for each one of us. And for all the rest of us, if you're a guest coming in, if you want to wear a mask, wear a mask. If you feel comfortable in a hazmat suit, where is the hazmat suit? It might be a bit weird. It might be a bit hot, especially if you're outside. But whatever is your comfort level, that'd be fine. We're going to have masks available. So if you're thinking, I left my mask in the car, or I wasn't really sure, but now I'm here and there's a lot of people, I want to wear a mask, we'll have one for you. Matter of fact, all of those who are on the band, as we're mingling and talking to people, we're going to have masks on. I will have a mask on. But when I come up to the stage and we come to do worship or I speak, I'll take the mask off in order to do that part.
Great.
Well, Pastor Miguel, we just want to thank you for the time. Obviously, a lot of preparation, a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff with Jay and other people are going into this. And like you've said before, people's safety and comfort level is really the church's #1 goal, is to not only put people at ease, but just put it out there. So we're not forcing you to come. Your comfort level is your #1 priority, and we just want to thank you.
You're welcome. And what I want to say for sure is, see, the church is meant as a place for people to come together to hear the message of Jesus and be inspired to be a disciple of Christ. We want to create an environment where we can do that. And if you're willing and ready to come and join, as soon as we have that date in mind, we'll let you know. But we will always provide that online service for you so that you will have that worship experience in your home.
Awesome.